Hello, welcome to Last Food and Barbecue. So Chris over at Chris the Butcher and Friends started this non-vegan sandwich challenge, and he tagged a couple of people, amongst them Pete Thomas, and Pete of course tagged me. So now I'm gonna try making my take on the non-vegan sandwich. And the other day I made some no knead bread, and I had some questions about if it was possible to do this on the kettle, and I'm just going to show you that it is. I have prepped the dough the same way I did then, so I'm going to link to that video up there, or there I think, and you can check it out there if you want. And then now I'm going to show you how I'm going to set up my kettle, so tag along. First off, I want to show a small change that I did to this. This is a compact kettle, which is similar to the original kettle, and it's only got this flat disc that catches ashes, and it's really windy here, so I cut off the bottom part, and I found this pot. It cost $1, and I just put it in there to be able to catch some ashes, and it's worked out really well so far. And I think that's a little bit safer once it's windy and stuff. And as you all can understand, if you follow my channel lately, you know that we've had a fire ban in Sweden, and they lifted that at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So time to use the grill. So this is what we're going to do then. I just had this lying down, so I'm just remove the last of the ashes from last time. And then I've got the charcoal grate. See, everything is on ledges here, which is really good. I really like this little grill. So I'm going to move this to the sides. This is just the old leftover charcoal briquettes. I'm not going to use briquettes for this cook, but anyway, and then I'm going to use, I made this little vortex. I'm going to use this as a divider because I want this to be convection only. So I'm going to put the coals around the side. I'm going to use lump today, and then I'm going to put my Dutch oven on the grate on top of this, which means that I'm going to have heat coming this way and then going all the way around. Anyway, so time to light up lump. There we go. So light this up, and then I think I'm actually gonna light this as well. Yeah, I'll do that. So I've got the fire going, then I'll add these burning coals to either side. This should give me quite a hot pit. I want the pit to be able to produce heat at least 450, because that's where the temperature I want to cook the bread on, or bake the bread on. So that's what we're aiming for. So anyway, this is gonna turn white, and I'll bring it back in a bit. As you can see, the pit has reached just over 500 degrees on this dome temp, but I'm also measuring it on the grate level using the Maverick XR50, and it says 420, which is good enough to put the Dutch oven on there. So I'm going to remove the lid. I will also have to remove the probe. I'm not going to need it anymore. I'm going to use an infrared thermometer to check this out. So I'm just going to put the Dutch oven on the middle like this. Hopefully the empty space underneath here will be enough to keep this on the cooler side and bottom. I don't really want this to burn, of course. Anyway, lid back on, and well, sounds like an echo. Lid back on, and there we go. So it's been about 35 minutes. This has come up to temp. I'm gonna try it with this. Well, it's slightly over temp. It's 450 on the sides and about 600 in the bottom. That's gonna cool down once I put this on. I've also closed down the vents a little bit. And then we have the bread that's risen nicely. I'm just gonna transfer this to the Dutch oven now. There we go. Lid back on. Something like so. And we're gonna put the lid back on here. Okay, so since this is slightly hotter than I was anticipating, like I said, I closed down the vents. I'm gonna leave this for about 30 minutes before I check it. So see you back in a bit. So it's been 35 minutes. Time to check on this. Well, I think that looks pretty good. I'm gonna try to remove the paper without burning my hands. Maybe it will be possible just to the whole loaf out. It's a little bit dark on the bottom, but it will have to do. Anyway, I'm gonna go without the lid for 10 minutes, so I'll bring you back. Okay, so it's been another 15 minutes without lid, and it's time to take this off. And there we go. I'm just gonna let this cool down for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna make a sandwich. First off, what I'm gonna make is the spread. I'm using this is pure horseradish on tube, some mayo. I'm just gonna use a little bit because I like it. Something like so. Like Pete said, this is no slimmer sandwich. Anyway, something like that. That'll be good enough. Gonna let that mellow out. I got some pickles. I've got some smoked and brined round, and I've got something we call Hamburgermeat in Sweden, which is actually horse meat that is smoked and brined as well, and a couple of slices of salami. That should be it. Anyway, time to give this bread a slice. See what we have. I'll just start the way I would normally do. There we go. Looks pretty nice. There we go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna say butter these up, mayo these up, I guess. Thick layer of this stuff. You need horseradish when you have that horse meat that I have, because they go so well together. Something like so. And then I'm gonna add, so that's the bottom one then. I'm gonna add a couple of slices of salami. I think this was actually some kind of garlic salami. And then we're gonna take these, we're just gonna kind of scrunch them up like that. So while I'm doing this, I might as well tag the couple of channels that I'm gonna tag. I'm gonna tag 2 Canadian channels, Paul's Q, welcome to the game, and the Cooking Green Bastard Style, just because you mentioned it. Anyway, so those are 2, and then I'll have an American as well, and I think I'll go with Pickles Barbecue. So Pickles, come on, show us what you got. Okay, so that's like layer 1. Now we're gonna lather a little bit of this stuff on top of here. So layer 1 is the high round. There we go. And then we got the hamburger meat, which, like I said, is horse meat, and that's actually kind of sliced up already. And there we go. Oh yeah, pickles. We need pickles. I'm gonna put some pickles on top of here. Well, this might look like a lot of meat, but it's like saying you're big bone, you know. Anyway, there we go. And I think that should be it. I'm gonna take a picture and go and give it a taste. There we go, the non-vegan sandwich challenge, Lasse style. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make a mess of myself, I can tell. That's so good. The smokiness, the saltiness, combined with the horseradish and the mayo. No, can't lose. It's really, really good. I'd like to thank yet again Pete for tagging me, and for Chris for coming up with the idea. And check all the channels, they're in the description box, wherever. The description box is down there, and it's up there in the icon. Thank you for watching. Bye.